Recording and
Yeah. No, it'll be. That's great.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the TPCC meeting. I want to start off with introductions. My name is Catherine Stubbs with SCTA, and I'll start off with going to my left, and then we'll finish this way.
I'm Dana Teray with SCTA.
Don Gaffney with the Golden Gate Bridge Highway and Transportation District.
Chris Barney, SCTA.
Stephen Schmitz, Sonoma County Transit.
Katie Parrish, sitting in for Kathleen Cortez, Sonoma County Area Agency on Aging.
Colin Toma, Disability Services and Internet.
Muhammad Ali, MB Transportation, Santa Rosa Paratransit.
Perfect. Thanks, everyone.
Go to the screen.
And then to the screen, who do we have up there? All right, Yuri, if you can go.
Yes, I am feeling sad that I'm not there with you guys in person, but I'm Yuri Kozlin with City Bus, and just a heads up, I will be needing to check out early, and so Mohammed can fill in for Santa Rosa related paratransit questions. Thank you.
No. All right, so let's get started. So holding space for public comment, if there are any items that folks would like to discuss that aren't on the regular agenda. No, all right. And then on item number 3, committee of the whole meetings, the notes are there for folks to reference if they choose to. There was no quorum at the last meeting, so there's no need to take any action on these notes right here, but just letting folks know that that information from the March 21st meeting is available. All right, and let's move over to the action items.
All right, so we have election of officers. Each year, usually at the first meeting of the year, we hold an election for the chair and vice chair of the committee. And we did not have a quorum at our January meeting or our March meeting, so we're bringing it back again to this meeting. And just also kind of before I get started into the chair and the elections, I just wanted to let everyone know that because we have had some problems meeting our quorums, we've kind of started putting into practice what we've done with other committees, where if members are on our member list but haven't shown up for the last 6 months, we're letting them know that we're taking them off the member list. And we're happy to bring people back. Sometimes there's things that come up that make them unavailable for a period of time, but they're still interested in participating. They can participate as a member of the public, or just ask us to bring it to the committee to ask the committee to have them join as members again. So we're certainly open to people kind of getting on and off, and to new members coming on whenever is appropriate for them. So our previous chair, Dennis Battenberg, had stepped down as chair at the end of 2022. He was chair since 1996. And did a great job. And Jenna Erickson was our vice chair in 2022. So we're really just looking for someone to step up as chair to facilitate the meetings. Staff puts together the agendas and runs them by the chair ahead of putting it out, and see if they're just to check in and see if there's anything else they want to bring to the committee and to review it. And then just requires showing up at the meetings and facilitating them. And then the vice chair is there in cases that the chair to fill in for the chair as needed. So we have 6 meetings a year, and sorry, so it would just be through the end of, the commitment would be through the end of this calendar year. So with that, first I'll ask if there's any questions about the positions of chair and vice chair for this committee. Okay. All right, then let's go ahead and open it up for nominations. People can nominate someone else or themselves.
Let
Or
me check
you-
in with the vice chair to see if she's wanting to step into the role of chair.
Yeah, so we have not, she hasn't been able to come to a meeting this year so far. She did
Oh.
say she was coming today, but we don't see her online, so
Okay,
yeah, otherwise I would say that would be a great option, but
okay.
we haven't seen her. So would anybody like, let's start off with the chair position. Would anybody like to make a nomination? No pressure.
It can be a staff person, right?
It can be a staff person, yeah. And basically after this meeting, what we have July, September, and November left, and then we'll do elections again in January.
Well, I can fill in for that role for the next few months.
Thank you, Stephen. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Stephen.
And what about vice chair? Anybody willing to step up to serve as vice chair?
Did you say there was a meeting in July?
Mhm.
Yeah, I won't, I know right now I won't make that. So,
Okay, so we'll need a vice chair.
yeah. Well, what's the date of the meeting? in July?
July 18th.
Yeah, I'll be at it.
Can I nominate Mohammed as the vice chair, or is that not a role that he can play?
Yeah, I mean, so Yuri, since Mohammed is an alternate for the city, for the city of Santa Rosa. I think that, I mean, I guess that still works, right? I think if you're willing to do that, Mohammed, that'd be great.
I'll do it. Okay.
Okay, thank you
Thank you.
so much. All right, thank you all. Any other comments or questions on this item? All right then, well, Stephen, would you like to finish
Sure.
off the agenda?
Yeah, we can move on to item number 5, approval of meeting notes from November 21st. Does anybody want to make a motion to approve the minutes?
Your name should be on there if yours on there. Oh, sorry. I have it
Minutes in front of me, sorry.
here.
Let's see, me.
Okay,
I won't make a motion then.
okay.
Okay, I'll second the motion. I was second.
I'll bring it back for a vote in July.
No,
Wait a second.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got the minutes approved. No objections, I assume. Okay. Moving along to item number 6, coordinated claim for transit funding fiscal year 2024.
All right, so I'll speak to this item. This has been in the agenda also since January. And we've just pushed it forward because we haven't had a quorum to vote on it, but this is our annual coordinated claim for transit funding. It includes state and local transit funding through the Transportation Development Act, state transit assistance, and local Measure M funding. And it includes the majority of the operating funds for bus transit in Sonoma County. And so the coordinated claim essentially is, it breaks down how we allocate the funding, between the current transit operators, and is tied back to policies that have been set for each funding source. And so it's really kind of a documentation exercise. So with that, I'll just open it up if anybody has any questions about the coordinated plan. All right, hearing none. I'll turn it back over to the chair for a vote.
Oh, this is an action item.
It is an action item, yeah.
We have a motion to approve or recommend to the CTA Board of Directors approval of the coordinated claim.
I'll make that motion.
Thanks, Yuri.
Can you say this for me?
I'll second it.
Thank you.
I think we may need someone in the room to make the first motion because Yuri's.
the motion.
Thanks.
Can Yuri second?
You can second it, right?
He actually is not able to vote because he's not in the room.
Right, okay. I'll second the motion. Assuming no objections. It's approved.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Okay, we can move on to item number 7, which is the 2023 FTA 5310 call for projects.
Great. So I just want to make sure that everyone here is aware that the 5310 call for projects is set to come out on June 14th. And that the expectation is that applications will be due at the end of August. In your agenda packet, there's a flyer with some basic information about the program, the funding program, and a link to
Rascal.
the
Are you getting bombed?
no, actually that is somebody who's been here before. I think that maybe they're just
Unaware that we were unmuted.
I didn't know that one. We did.
Yeah, recognize me, so we're
Okay.
meeting safe.
So yeah, there are links in the agenda packet to the information about the funding program on the Caltrans website. Essentially, this is a funding program for transportation services for people with disabilities and seniors, and has been used in the past by bus transit agencies for purchasing paratransit vehicles, and by the area agency on aging for running mobility programs, including senior driver programs. So yeah, this is just an information item, but if anybody wants to discuss anything, open.
I would share if I might.
Sure.
Yep. So as I mentioned, I'm an adult and aging for the county of Sonoma, sitting in for Kathleen, and I just want to say out loud that we are planning to apply. We made a decision not to in the last round, and we will not do that again. And so if anyone knows of folks who are interested, if you hear from others, please point them our way so we can look at collaborations and ways to find some wins. We're looking at mobility management through our information and assistance team to kind of set the pilot, pave the way for what I understand will be a centralized mobility management program countywide. And then we've had some initial conversations about a dial-a-ride program, not to the degree of that, but we are doing our due diligence on our end to see about ways we can pilot something that could work for folks who are most vulnerable. So that is what I wanted to share. If there are any questions, feel free to let us know.
Thank you.
Is that the report for the 5310?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. I'm moving right along to item 8, roundtable updates. And let's start with the Golden Gate, if you don't mind.
Sure. Let's see, ridership level since the pandemic. Bridge ridership is up to about 85% of pre-pandemic. We are seeing a shift towards higher rates on the weekends and lower rates as people are not really going into work during the week. Bus and ferry is about 40% of what it was prior to the pandemic starting. Paratransit's still down. We're having staffing issues. We recently upped the rate of pay. And we have about 8 that just got onboarded, which is good because we need probably another 8 more to be fully staffed. It's really affecting our on-time performance, but we're starting to see an uptick, and we're hoping that that's the trend. As far as our advisory committee on accessibility, we have a meeting next week on May 25th, where we're going to review some proposed Larkspur ferry plans and go over some strategic planning stuff for our board. I was looking it up, but I don't have the date for our next PCC meeting. If anyone's interested in going to the Marin PCC, happy to get that information for you. I think that's all I have right
Can
now.
you send it to me?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. So MV City Bus is Yuri
Let's
still
do
here?
Yuri because he's supposed to leave, so he already left.
No, I'm still here.
Yeah, he can go first. Thanks.
Thanks, Mohammed. Yeah, not much of an update here. Trying to think. You know, paratransit and fixed route continue to be down. I think the big success here is on our youth program, our youth rides program for 12th grade and younger. We saw, I think it was 35,000 trips last month just in that program alone. We'll be tabling at the Disability Services and Legal Tech Expo on Friday, as well as attending the LC Allen Youth Summit on Friday. Bike to Work Days on Thursday. We are trying to move forward with our zero emissions bus rollout plan. That's going to be brought to council on June 6th. We're also going to be extending our contract with MV on June 6th for 1 more calendar year. And we'll be also going to council on June 6th to extend the SRJC's Unlimited Rides program. We'll just leave it with that.
Okay.
Mohammed, you got anything else?
The paratransit side, same like what John said. We have that uptick a little bit. I don't know because COVID subsides, because we still have some cases around. We start packing up the buses. No more seats, no more spaces, no more masks. It's a little bit of experience because a lot of people is still going to the back the back days and start complaining, why I have that much people with me in the bus and all kinds of things like that, you know? So we have both sides. So a lot of people, they want to be by themselves, and the other ones, they want to be with people, talk to them and socialize at least. So we're moving a lot. So we have a lot of also programs start popping up too. So that's another thing that, I don't know, it's probably that's what the transportation going for. So like every month we have a new program showing up, and they have at least 17, 18 clients, and they all signed up for the paratransit, and all of them, they want to be going back twice a day in the morning and afternoon. So North Bay Regional, they taken part of it, but it seems like North Bay Regional, they using the paratransit to minimize their cost, I guess, because it costs only $3. So they buy the ticket from the city, they give it to their clients, and then send it to the paratransit. So I don't know, maybe this is the place I can say it too. If we can, I don't know how that can happen anyway, it's not gonna happen. It seems like whenever we have buffers for the program that you're putting in here, the 5310, it's only about replacing. I've been in this community for a long time. I never heard that we added. Did you have that one?
Added which?
Buses, bus wise, I mean. And instead of replacing.
We've added in the past, yeah.
Long time ago, right?
Well, pre-pandemic for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, we have it way before that.
Yeah.
It's all about replacing, not adding. And the problem is, if you can see, the ridership is keep growing, the databases keep growing, the red program is growing up, like more than 4,000 clients right now. And I don't know, what's the solution to that one? So if anybody has any idea or anything that can add to it, would be nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, Sonoma County Paratransit ridership has held kind of flat the last couple of months, but we're waiting for that to change probably this summer.
No, it's happening.
Yeah, and especially listening to the other operators in the room. So we don't see that continuing, and we are also having issues with getting drivers on board, as everybody is on the fixed route and paratransit side. So on the fixed route side, we have schedule changes coming up on June 11th, just some minor schedule changes having to do with our trippers, school trips. Those will disappear for the summer. And Yuri mentioned the youth ride free summer program that we're all starting to promote. I think a press release was just put out today about that program. So that includes Smart, Sonoma County Transit, Santa Rosa City Bus, Petaluma Transit, and Marin Transit. So we've all partnered together for free rides for youth through the summer. And then we're going to get our first delivery of 10 Proterra 40-foot electric buses next summer. In the meantime, we're getting our infrastructure and charging stations expanded in our yard. And we'll be busy doing that until they arrive next summer. Good. Is there anybody else that I missed that would like to report?
I think so.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Team partners updates, as we mentioned, display services and centers, having a tech expo, they're going on Friday. Thank you for coming. I have some cards to give out. I have the certifiers, so you can let you guys know and to know about the event. That's all right now.
And do you have anything else to report? Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. I think we're on to number 9 then, future agenda topics.
Yeah, so this is just a running list of topics that folks have asked to have on the agenda at a future meeting, so we are working on putting something together for the first topic there. And if there's anything else that people want to add on this list, or just add for the next meeting. Yeah, go ahead.
I might modify, so I see state master plan for aging. We've received funding and are working with collaborative consulting on a local master plan for aging that might have some interesting components worth sharing with the group. I mean, as we know, 28% of our population, right, is over the age of 60. So hearing that paratransit and growth in transportation need is happening. I mean, Dana, you and I have talked about it, the need to get ahead of this to be proactive. So that might be interesting in the fall. We might have made some progress. We're putting together a steering committee of 21 folks. It's a really competitive and to process. So I could imagine finding some interesting tidbits to share with the group around that. Yeah,
Great.
work with Kathleen
Okay,
and myself.
great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
On the first bullet point, I was on a panel for the Transportation Research Board in DC that's finishing up a large study on that, probably about 150 pages. Not sure when the release date is, but I can try to figure out when they're going to publish.
Okay, yeah, that would be a great source of information.
Yeah, and it's current, so they were doing it during the pandemic, so
Yeah,
good.
yeah, I mean, I was thinking that, yeah, some kind of like higher level research coupled with maybe a more regional example.
Sure.
Would be interesting to hear.
Marine Transit also has some experience working with Uber. They might be willing to come.
Right. Do you know if that program is, heard something about
It's being
it's being
Uber
fleshed
decided
out?
not to play anymore.
Okay.
So the Uber will still be included on their what is it, catch ride program. So it's they're gonna have a taxi voucher kind of thing you can use on Uber. It won't be the direct connect thing that they were doing before.
So the
with
micro
vehicles.
transit piece of it is going away,
Yes.
but there's the TNC subsidy going on, or first last mile kind of.
Yeah, it's a subsidy for individuals with disabilities.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
And Joanna can give you all of that information if you're interested.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
Okay, other business comments, announcements. This is your chance.
I have a few announcements. So everyone has a card with them that has a QR code on it. We are working with Nelson Nygaard, the transportation facilitator firm, and they are supporting us with a transit integration study that is going on until May 22nd. So that is next Monday. And they are collecting surveys from folks who utilize public transportation and see what is working for them and what is not working for them. If y'all can share that out with your networks, I'll be greatly appreciated, and have folks do the survey, and then they're able to put their name and address down to receive a super pass once they complete the survey as well. And then another update for everyone, as you already said, Bike to Work Day is Thursday. We will have information coming out about that on our Instagram account tomorrow. We're holding a raffle for folks who bike to work. If you know folks who bike to work or want to share that out with your networks, look on our Instagram account tomorrow for more information about it. And lastly, I'll be sending out a media kit for our Sonoma Commute Reports. That is a report program for folks who utilize transit to commute to work and to school, including paratransit as well. And folks can earn points that help them to build points for gift cards of various amounts. And so we recently rolled that out, and I'm going to be sending the media kit for everyone to share with their networks as well.
Great, thank you.
Okay.
I just have a small announcement about transportation. So MB Transportation is holding, I don't know, you can call it the a session about microtransit. There's a lot of people that try to connect the dots. They brought us like a couple expertise from here and there. That one was like, it's gonna be in a Zoom call, and if you're interested, I can send you information. It's gonna be on 18 at 11 o'clock. Whoever interested, I can send it to them. You can attend, and I think it's a very hot topic right now, and every single transportation they try to involve in it, try to know what is it about it and how it works, and they try to apply it to their own locals.
I have a request. I think the city, we're out of those cards for the surveys. If there's any way that you could give a stack to Mohammed for our tabling on Friday at the Disability Expo, that would be great. And Mohammed, I might try to get a stack from you for, well, I guess, is SCTA doing a bike to work day table?
No,
Well, I might try to get a stack for you for Thursday, from you on Thursday. So anyways, if Mohammed could get a stack of those for tabling on Thursday and Friday.
Will do.
Thank you.
I was gonna ask for a 2-sentence microtransit clarity, if possible, or after the meeting. Somebody, but it could be afterwards, and it could be more than 2 sentences.
I think John really wants to say something.
Can you do it in 2 sentences? That's what it is.
It could be a
Smaller than
Faulkner-
Transco.
it could be a Faulkner run-on.
That could be a run-on sentence.
I mean, it could equal anything from TNC partnerships to small dial rides and anything in the area. Usually it's just, correct me if I'm wrong, some kind of supplemental transit that would help take it out.
It's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Is trying to fill those gaps to get people through the door, not just a mile from their home and, okay. Thank you.
I always think of microtransit as the kind of publicly operated version of TNC. On demand, dynamically routed based on demand.
And I think that the basic one is also, it's about filling the spot that the transit cannot reach, we just connected it up.
Okay. It's nice to hear it's being talked about and good language to use in the application. So thank you.
And they're Smart's about to start one up
Okay,
in the Sonoma County Airport area.
okay,
June 1st, I think they started.
Yeah.
So there's a local example.
perfect. Thank you so much.
I have a quick announcement as well. This is a little bit further out. Our colleagues at the Transportation Authority of Marin are holding a Clean Fleet Vehicle Expo on September 12th. So should have some flyers by the next meeting we can distribute, but just wanted to get that on people's radars in case you're interested. So should be buses and other electric vehicles and vendors there. But vehicles on site, so you can take a look at it.
Fairgrounds.
It's going to be at the fairgrounds. Yeah.
Good.
I just wanted to, if I could just speak a little bit about some reasons why maybe you're getting more interest from the regional center for transportation for their clients for day programming, is because the HCBS regulations with the home community-based regulations from the federal government are being enforced now on a more serious basis, and the providers have to abide by those community integration rules. And so there's going to be more and more push for people to use public transportation with intellectual and developmental disabilities as part of their programming every day. So expect a lot more probably referrals and interest in public transportation from the regional center and their service providers. I just wanted to put that out there.
Yes.
Oops.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you.
No objection. Okay. Thanks for coming, everybody.
Excellent job.
Yeah, very nice.
So you guys are going out of town?
Colin, did you see?
Yeah, we're
Oh,
like
wait.
a journey.
Oh,